Ollama version 0.32.15 RC1 shipped yesterday with a one-line release note. One pull request, one first-time contributor, one patch, and it kicked the legs out from under a stack of paid AI seats you are about to auto-renew. The change is not a new model. It is not a new feature, it is a tax cut on every single request the free option answers, which happens to be the exact reason your team keeps asking for the paid seat back. I am Stuart Vickers, I read release notes, so you do not have to. Tag is version 0.32.15 RC1, 24 hours old. Here is the bullet verbatim. Add a model metadata cache to reduce Ollama's per request overhead. In plain English, the pause before your local model starts answering just got shorter. The number one reason your marketing lead abandoned the free option and went back to the paid seat was never answer quality. It was 2 seconds of staring at a blinking cursor before the reply began. Cut it and the argument shifts. For anyone new here, Ollama is a free program that runs on the Mac, already sitting on a staffer's desk. You install it, pull an open model like Qwen or Llama, and now you have a private ChatGPT that never sends a keystroke to a vendor, 0 per seat cost, 0 data walking out of the building, 0 renewal invoice next January. For a small team that has ignored the AI line item all year, that number is a hire. Straight to the headline, as of today, for drafting, summarizing, and most everyday coding work, you can replace one ChatGPT Team seat, one Copilot for Microsoft 365 seat, or one Jasper seat on a mid-range MacBook, and your team will not ask for it back. $30 per person per month, 15 people on a small team, around $5,500 a year of a subscription line item gone. Before I show the receipt, one quick thing, subscribe here. I cover every open model release the day it ships. Qwen drops, Llama drops, Ollama patches. The next free local route finds you instead of you finding it on a renewal invoice weeks late. The exact commands from today are pinned in the comments. And the Church of SEO Jesus, my free school community, is where the seat-audit spreadsheets live and where I answer when a setup breaks. Link below. Watch this. I asked the GitHub API for the release tag. The tag returns not found. The pre-release moved or got superseded. Fine. Instead I pull the PR itself. Pull request number 17752. Title, add a model metadata cache to reduce Ollama's per request overhead. Merged 18th of August. Author handle, gaugarg-nv. Then I check every pull request that user has ever filed against Ollama. Total returned, 1. Then I fetch the previous release, version 0.32.14, published 4 days earlier, 2 bullets in that one. 1 bullet in this one, small, frequent, focused. A first-time contributor whose first patch ever landed on the hot path of a repository with 179,000 stars merged inside 4 days. What all of that means for the seats on your card. Cancel the ChatGPT Team seat for anyone whose day is mostly drafting email, cleaning up transcripts, summarizing documents, or writing internal copy. A 16GB MacBook running Qwen 3.8b does that job. Cancel the Copilot for Microsoft 365 seat for anyone whose office work is Word and Outlook drafts. Same story. Cancel Jasper entirely. A local model with your brand voice prompt file matches what Jasper delivers and never charges you again. The audit is a Tuesday morning job. Pull the last 3 months of card statements, list every AI seat, put a name next to each one, mark whether that person's work is drafting or reasoning. Drafting goes local, reasoning stays paid. Now the keep list. Anyone doing hard reasoning, long agentic runs, or code across many files at once still wants Claude or GPT-5. Both remain ahead for now. Anyone whose day is client-facing chat, where a pause reads as broken, stays on the paid seat until you have measured local speed on their exact machine. Hardware flaw. 16GB of unified memory runs the 8 billion parameter class. 64GB plus is the entry point for the 70 billion class. The M1 MacBook Air on the spare shelf qualifies. The old Windows laptop with an integrated graphics chip does not. where local still loses because I do not want you ripping out the wrong tool. Long context of over 100,000 tokens of a legal document still belongs to Claude. Complex multi-step reasoning is still faster and cleaner on GPT-5. And if the workflow is a chain of tool calls across the open web, the paid frontier earns its price for now. Open the pull request page at github.com/ollama/pull/17752 right now. Read the title, look at the merge date, 1 patch, first time contributor, 4 days from file to merged. The maintainers are accepting external performance work on the hot path of the free stack, which is a leading indicator for how fast the free option gets through the rest of the year. Every point release chips at the gap. Yesterday's was per request overhead. The next chips at model load or memory pressure or context reuse. None will be a headline feature. Together they make the free tier feel more like the paid one every month. The 30-minute path to prove it on one MacBook before you touch the company card. Step 1. Install Ollama from ollama.com. 1 installer. Step 2. Pull quen38b. 1 command. Step 3. Point your team's existing tool at localhost. Most every desktop AI client has an Ollama option in a dropdown. Step 4. Give it 1 week on real work, not toy prompts. The actual drafts and summaries the paid seat handles today. If the person using it stops asking to switch back, cancel the seat. Do not wait a month. 1 week is the honest test. If the answer is faster than the paid seat felt yesterday, that answer just cost you nothing. 1 warning. The tag is RC1. Release candidate. Do not push it to non-technical staff yet. Wait for the point release without the suffix. Run current stable, version 0.32.15, on production max today, and let this build cook for a week. One more thing before the pivot. The exact commands I just ran are sitting in the pinned comment right now, copy-paste ready. And the seat-audit spreadsheet I used to decide which subscriptions to cancel this quarter lives inside the Church of SEO Jesus, my free school community, alongside the local model setup checklists and the weekly What Got Cheaper call. Free to join, link in the description, come say hi. The macro point. Every Ollama point release does exactly this shape, a quiet chip at the latency gap that made local feel sluggish, which means every month the case for paying per seat for the drafting work gets weaker, and the moat around ChatGPT Team as a business line gets thinner. Not because open models suddenly matched Claude on hard reasoning, because free and slow just became free and fast enough, and $30 a month across 15 people compounds hard. The next video breaks down which Quinn and Llama build actually beats the paid seat on drafting work side by side on the same MacBook, playing now.